What up, y'all? You to coming at you with another rant. Today, I'm gonna be talking to you about Black Lives Matter. But before I do that, the game I am playing today is called Gradius 3. I played this on my channel before, so it's not really supposed to be much of a whoop wah. But anyway, we're not here for the gameplay. Um, so my opinion on Black Lives Matter is not gonna everybody's not gonna like. So I'm just giving a heads up. Uh, at first, it doesn't make sense, but eventually, when you hear me out all the way through, trust me, it's gonna make a lot of sense. So kind of a little sick here, but anyway, right now, I would pretty much say that I hate Black Lives Matter. I hate the movement. I really do, and it's stupid. Not saying that it's not a really not really saying that like it's a bad cause, but I'm just saying that there's not enough people into the cause to give a damn about it. And it's like, well, you pretty much gave up on everything. It's like, no, that's not even the process either. It's just there's not enough people in my age group to give a damn about this. And not saying that, oh, I want like a lot of people into my age group to say that we care about it. But I mean, if this, for one of the reasons, if this is triggered by stuff that is happening in my age group, and my age group do not give two shits about it, what is the point of being an active member on Black Lives Matter of the Black Lives Matter movement? Is what I'm trying to say. It makes a lot of sense actually, because for one, in order for this thing to continue, we gotta have people in our generation to actually give a damn about this. For this shit to actually work, we have to have people in our generation. Because this is, for one, not only a movement for any black people, but one of the most things that this movement is about is for our generation. And for anybody who don't know, I'm like in our generation, which is like, I'm a 90s baby, so it's whatever. But anyway, uh, when I mean by my generation, I mean, like, let's see, right now I'm 23. So my generation is pretty much anybody who's pretty much been born in somewhere in the 90s, like before 95. Uh, and then a generation before mine is pretty much anybody who's been born in between like 1985 and 1995. But anyway, uh, that's my whole take on it. So my thing is, my generation is not really giving a damn about this. Like, it's very hard to. Let me just gather my thoughts for like one quick second. So, what I'm trying to say is there's not enough people who are changing for this movement, because from what I'm still seeing people acting ghetto, still seeing people acting ratchet. That's probably never going to change, but if we're not willing to take the time to change just a slight bit and stop being, what should be like the right word I should like look for? Stop being a bunch of niggas. If we can stop being a bunch of niggas, then, and trust me, there is a difference between acting like a black person. There's a difference between acting like a nigga. There is a fucking difference. If we can stop acting like a nigga, then this shit will probably make more sense. We could probably get more people into the movement. In other words, people got to start giving a damn, dude. Like, getting turned up in the club is not going to fucking pay bills. It's not going to fucking do. It's not going to fucking fly all the time. Just want to have fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with having fun, but getting turned up in the club every fucking night does not mean you. That's not even the definition of having fucking fun. Damn. I mean, if we can do more and give a damn about the community Instead of just the only thing we give a damn about is money and fucking cars and fucking shoes, fucking Jordans, fucking all you give a damn about is fucking pussy, then we can probably, as a society, probably give more damn about each other. But that's the thing. We don't give a damn about each other. Black people will fuck over our own race faster than white people will ever fuck us over. And not to be a little racist here, but I mean, I'm not counting all white people trying to fuck us over, but yeah, there is a majority of white people that will fuck us over. But niggas in our race will fuck us over faster than white people will ever do it. And that is the damn truth. It's retarded. It makes sense in a way. And if you really think about it, we are too selfish as a race. And I'm not saying all black people are selfish, but a majority of us are selfish as fuck. We are so fucking selfish to the point where we don't give a damn about black businesses. We don't give a damn about that at all. Because they're not in good, because of the fact that they're not name brand or whatever. Well, not all black. Well, there are some brand name black businesses, but you know what I mean. I mean, like in our community. If you're to go into like what would be like a good example? Like you know how you have that one part of town, like no matter where you are, that's just like a district, and then it's like okay, we do have like a like around where I live, we do have like a black district, like full of black businesses, but of course we won't go into it because it's not um it's not name brand. Like if you're to try to go to like one of the black businesses for shoes, it's not Foot Locker or it's not what's another foot store? What's another shoe store? Or it's not, shoes warehouse and whatnot. So it's not really a name brand store. But if we were to go into more stores like that and help each other out as a black community, then probably we won't be as selfish as we should be. I mean, especially since everybody want all deals and stuff like that, and of course, being a self-employed person with his own business is kind of hard to bring out deals that like Walmart could pull out or Target could pull out or stuff like that. But that's for another rant. So, as far as this whole Black Lives Matter thing, I mean, it makes sense when I say it. It just, we're too selfish as a race. I mean, you only give a damn about, like, especially as a black man, you only give a damn about, like, really two things: money and your dick. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that all black men have a problem with that, but a majority of us do. Which is probably why, like, a lot of black people do not live in, like, to his point, it's become very common that, like, black people don't necessarily live in two-parent homes. And that selfish ass reason is one of the two reasons. But again, that's for another rant too. My whole point being, we need to change. In order for this Black Lives Matter shit to actually happen, we as a black race need to change dramatically. It might not stop the police shootings. It might not stop the innocence of like all black people in police shootings. But for damn sure, it probably won't happen as much. And to get on that case as far as black shootings go, which is kind of sort of changing the subject, but it still revolves around the whole Black Lives Matter because that's what started in the first place. This shit been happening for a long ass time. This has not have just been happening for niggas who have been living under the rock. This has not been happening for It's been happening for a long ass time. It's just now coming into the light because of the internet. And I was saying that, well, actually, the internet kind of does play a big role in it, but um, what plays a big role in it is this. Oh, I'm trying to remember what the name is. It called. It's called like citizen journalism or something like that, where you like where everybody wants to pull out their phone and record everything that's going on, especially if it's like a situation where like the police trying to take advantage of everybody. But you know where that shit started at? That shit started in Rodney King, where everybody started taking where everybody started recording everything that's been happening and stuff like that. I mean, that shit happened since like the Rodney King days. So, and then now that like, of course, everybody has a cell phone. I mean, everybody should have a cell phone. Everybody record everything in their smartphones, and the police are getting caught more because of it. But like I said, it happened before. It just hasn't risen up to the light because until now. Most of that is because most of this been shot in the dark for one, and two, you got stuff like CNN that want to, not really put everything into light, if that makes any sense. But that's pretty much my take on it. And like I said, I hate it. But I mean, we're not going to see a lot of justice happen, but we're going to eventually see it. Do not get me wrong. We're going to eventually see it, but it's a process. Everything is a due process. We're starting to see more people lose their jobs because of it. We're not getting complete justice. Like, oh, hey, well, for a fact that this guy got murdered, but and you have all the evidence that you have on tape, but you have too many people backing this dude up that the evidence doesn't even count anymore, which is stupid. I think it's unfair as shit. I think it's really stupid. I do think the law system need to redeem itself or change itself, but it's not gonna happen right away. More people are gonna get away with this, yes, but we're starting to see that not everybody's getting away with it completely like they was before. Like Zimmerman was. And we're eventually going to go into that though, but right now the law is the law is fucked up right now. I should not record it when I was fucking sick. But anyway, the law is fucked up right now. It really is. It's gonna be hard to change it. But I mean, what I think we need to do is to figure out standards. And right now, the law is not on our side. The law has probably never been on our side that much. Like every once in a while, we'll get really lucky, but law's never been on our side. And accepting it is wrong, but until we do something impactful, then it's not going to change. You know what we actually do need to change though is how we deal with stuff. I mean, rioting is one thing, but rioting in the right places is another. Like, if you're gonna riot, stop rioting in your own neighborhoods, please. I mean, seriously, you're getting mad at white people for what white people did, yet you want to destroy your own neighborhoods that you still gotta live in. I'll just go to their neighborhoods and destroy their own shit. makes no damn sense. The only one I can probably let go is the Baltimore one because the police was actually messing everything up faster than we was. I mean, they legitimately messed everything up so they can look all good in the news and be like, "Oh, hey, well these animals are over here terrorizing the stuff and everything like that." They even got them on tape messing everything up. So it's I can let the Baltimore one go. Like they wasn't really doing that shit in Ferguson, but in the Baltimore one, they're just trying to look good for the fucking news and shit. And of course, that's another thing where like the news and shit be like, "Oh, well, look at these animals and stuff like that over there terrorizing everything." Where at the same time, you got white people riding over for dumbass shit like, "Oh, hey, our hockey team lost or our football team lost. Let's tear the shit up." And then they're like, "Oh, well, their team lost. I mean, they're just writing because their team lost. It's like nothing bad." It's like, are you serious? Like, that white privilege shit, like, legitimately exists. And it's like, white privilege don't really exist. Yes, it does, motherfucking. White privilege, ugh, excuse me, white privilege does exist. But, that's my take on on Black Lives Matter stuff. I mean, like I said, until we get more people into this, until the more people cares, it's not going to launch off at all. It's not going to really cause any impact at all. We just need more people to rise up to the occasion, if that makes any sense. So, hope you enjoyed this rant. Pretty much I wanted to say more, but I'm not going to take up like a lot of people's time. So for now, since I'm kind of sickish, so for now, this is Yukis Rants signing out.